Gopi Chala Balaba Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Madhava Gopi Chala Balaba Jaya Gopi Chala Balaba Jaya Jai Gaur Sitanath Premanande. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutale Shivate Gopal Krishna Vaishnava Prabhupada Sasachana Prakash Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Om Jnana Tirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaisnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Visakam Hitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Raptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Visabhanusate Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Vipashindubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 17. Text 34.
Hare Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th Scand, 17th Adhyaya, और श्लोक संख्या 34.
King Prithu became angry to Mother Earth. Is that the title? What is the title?
Yeah, Maharaj Krishna becomes angry at the earth.
At the earth, yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Savai Vavam Atma Vinirmitam Jagat. Savai Vavam Atma Vinirmitam Jagat. Utendriyanta Karanatmakang Vibho. Bhutindriyantakaranaatmakam vibho Samstapayasyam ajamam rasatalat Samstapayasyam ajamam rasatalat Yuchaharam vamsa adhi sukara Avyuchaharam vasa adhi sukara Savai bhavam atma vinirmitam jagat Indriyanta karanatmakam vibho Samstapayasyam ajamam rasatalat Yujaharam vasha adishukara Savai bhavatma vinirmitam jagat Sarve bhavanatma vinirmitam jagat Bhutindriyantakaranaatmakam vibho Samstapayasyam ajamam rasatalat Yujaharam vasa adhi sukara
Bhavanatma vinirmitam jagat Bhutindriyantakaranaatmakam vibho Samstapayasyam ajamam rasatalat Yujaharam vasa adhi sukara
Word for word meaning. Sa, he, vai, certainly, bhavan, yourself, atma, by yourself, vinirmitam, manufactured, jagat, this world, bhuta, the physical elements, indriya, senses, anta karana, mind, heart, atmakam, consisting of vibhu, O Lord, samsta payisyan, maintaining, aja, O unborn, mam, me, rasatalot, from plutonic region, avyujahara, took out, ambasha, from the water, adi, original, shukara, the boar. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, Ki Jai. My dear Lord, you're always unborn. Once in the form of the original boar, you rescued me from the waters in the bottom of the universe. Through your own energy, you created all the physical elements, the senses and the heart. for the maintenance of the world. Everybody, please repeat. My dear Lord, you are always unborn. Once, in the form of the original born, you rescued me from the waters in the bottom of the universe. Through your own energy, you created all the physical elements, the senses, and the heart for the maintenance of the world. Do you have to translate this? All of you know English? English samasta hai? Raise your hand. So everybody knows English. Maybe one or two only.
जिसको हिंदी अनुवाद चाहिए आता है हिंदी अनुवाद चाहिए
Hey, if you know English and you know Hindi, that's a different thing.
तो केवल चार आदमी पीछे बैठ सकते हैं जिनको हिंदी अनुवाद चाहिए वो पीछे बैठे
Only if you don't know English. If you know both, then there's no need of translation. Huh? Why? If they know English, they can be on the side.
So isn't
Yeah, on the side.
जिनको हिंदी अनुवाद चाहिए पीछे चाहिए सर
Otherwise, 90% know English.
हिंदी अनुवाद जिनको चाहिए कि खाता है के द्वारा आप पीछे चाहिए
See, only 2 or 3 or 4. If you know English, my English is so simple, you can easily understand my English. Is that okay? That will save us some time. Okay. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear Lord, you are always unborn. Once in the form of the original born, you rescued me from the waters in the bottom of the universe. Through your own energy, you created all the physical elements, the senses, and the heart for the maintenance of the world. Purport. This refers to the time when Lord Krishna appeared as the Supreme Born, Varaha, and rescued the earth, which had been merged in water. The Asura, Hiranyaksha, had dislocated the earth from its orbit and thrown it beneath the waters of the Garbhodak ocean. Then the Lord, in the shape of the original boar, rescued the earth. Shri Varaha ki jai. Again, the translation. This is Mother Earth speaking in the form of a cow. Savaivavam atma binirmitam jagat utendriyanta karanatmakam vibhu samstapayesyam ajamam rasatala abhyujahar ambasa adi shukara. So Lord Varaha's a little bit of description mentioned here by Mother Earth in the form of the cow. She was very afraid of King Prithu because she withdrew all the different elements that supposed to be provided by her due to the fear of King Vina. King Prithu manifests from the limbs of King Vina. King Vina ruled the planet, or or you may say the whole entire universe. King Vina was very, very cruel when he became the king because there is no other choice. He was so cruel that actually he stopped all the yagya. He stopped all the brahmanas from performing their usual duties, to perform sacrifice. And he would say, why do you have to perform sacrifice for the pleasure of Vishnu? You should offer your sacrifice to me. And because of his cruelty and atrocities, all the bad elements also, they run away. And so much so that planet Earth also became afraid of him, that Mother Earth, she withdrew all the herbs, the plants, the fruits, the vegetations, the minerals, all the natural resources. So now when King Vina was killed by the Brahmanas, they don't have any other choice besides to kill him. They kill King Vina through mantras. And then King Prithu manifests from the body, part of the body of King Vina. Now, King Prithu is an incarnation of the Supreme Lord. King Prithu is Satyavesh avatar, but not in the Vishnu Tattva category. It's like Srila Prabhupada is also an empowered incarnation of the Supreme Lord. Shakti Avesh, with the power of this energy of the Supreme Lord, Shakti, empowered incarnation of the Supreme Lord to save the human form of life. One time, Srila Prabhupada, he was in the Philippines and he told Bodhichan Prabhu, I have a desire to liberate everyone in the entire universe, not just in our planet Earth. That's why he is also considered to be Jagat Guru. Even though he doesn't want to be called Jagat Guru, because many Mayavadis, they also would like to be in that level of Jagat Guru, even though they cannot even save their own self. They cannot save themselves and they are called Jagat Guru. But Srila Prabhupada is a real Jagat Guru, genuine Jagat Guru. He is the spiritual master of the entire universe. So Prithu Maharaj, he is among the monarchs, he is the first amongst the monarchs. Because this happened long time ago. This is even after the creation, the first living beings in those days, the very first one is Lord Brahma, and then the Char Kumaras. Then after the Char Kumaras, Lord Shiva, because the Char Kumaras, they don't want to follow the instructions of Lord Brahma to help propagate population, to increase the population. So out of anger, Lord Shiva appeared. And after Lord Shiva also, different personalities, and one of them also is Lord Varaha. Lord Varaha came from the nostrils of Lord Brahma. From small, and became big, gigantic. And this Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, we've heard also that previously they were Jai and Vijay. They were the chokidars. They were the, you may say, the security guard. Not like our security guard who always sleep. They're always awake. That when the Charkumaras went, they were Brahmavadis. So they were curious, they want to have darshan of the Supreme Lord, and it says in Vaikuntha there are 7 gates before entering Vaikuntha. So they already passed the 6 gates, but then the 7th gate, there were these 2 security guards guarding those who are not supposed to be there, they're not allowed to enter. So they were given, they were cursed by the Charkumaras because Jai and Vijay thought they were just like small boys, 5-year-old boys, that what is their business to enter Vaikuntha? They remain like 5-year-old boys because they are celibate. And according to Prabhupada, they disobeyed the order of their father. And one of the purports says that of all the instructions from the spiritual master, a disciple can disobey the spiritual master. If the spiritual master says you get married, the disciple can say no. And this is not an offense. So they became angry, these Charkumaras, and then they cursed them, Jai and Vijay. Meanwhile, Lord Narayan, he knows what's going on. He was just waiting. And they were given a choice to take birth as devotees or demons. And as devotees, to take birth in the material world 7 times. And as demons, 3 times. So Lord Narayan took the responsibility and he agreed that yes, I accept that responsibility. That therefore, we have to be careful also of how we conduct ourselves, because if we conduct ourselves inappropriately, then it reflects to our spiritual master. The same thing happens here. With Jai and Vijay, they inappropriately, they did misconduct. And they talked to each other and they told Lord Narayan, we decided to take birth as demons. Devotees, they became demons so that they can return immediately to their service. They're very intelligent. That means they value their service, even though, they have to become demons. So many things happens or being accomplished in the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. He wanted to exhibit also the fighting spirit, Lord Narayan's, Lord Krishna's fighting spirit. And no one can fight the Supreme Lord. The mosquitoes, very small compared to the elephant. So these small demons nowadays, they're nothing compared to the original terrorists, Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. So now, these pastimes of Lord Varaha, he is the original boar. Sukara. Kesavadrita Sukara Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jayadev Goswami, he composed a song, Das Avatar. This Das Avatar song is being sung in front of Lord Jagannath every day. 10 main incarnations of the Supreme Lord. Even though it says that the Supreme Lord's incarnations are unlimited. Hare Krishna. Unlimited, just like the waves in the ocean. You cannot count how many waves there are. Unlimited. And it says also that as there are 8,400,000 species of life, there are also different incarnations of the Supreme Lord. As there are many species of life, there are also comparably the same, similar, different forms of the Supreme Lord. We have the snake. So who is the snake incarnation? Ananta. How about the fish? Matsya. How about the tortoise? Kurma. How about the lion? Narasimhadev. So these different incarnations of the Supreme Lord are there. Swan. Who is the swan incarnation? Hamsa. How about the horse incarnation? Hayagriv. So there are many different forms of the Supreme Lord. But these forms of the Supreme Lord are not material. They are transcendental. Which means that in other universe, for a specific function or work that needs to be done, the Lord will manifest himself in such a form. Dwarf incarnation, we have Vamana. So these different incarnations of the Supreme Lord are also transcendental. Even the boar incarnation, Varahadev. And usually we find the boar in dirty places. It's like in Vrindavan. You must have seen the pigs in Vrindavan trying to go and find eatables in dirty places. So somehow or other, this Hiranyaksha, he was very proud. He was ready to fight anyone and anybody. And because of Hiranyaksha's cruelty, and that time, the planet Earth was dislocated from its orbit and was put into the nether region, the bottom of Garbhodak Ocean. It says that our universe also is filled up half with water. Garbhodak, where Garbhodakashayi Vishnu lies down. Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, he is the source of Lord Brahma. From his abdomen sprouted a lotus flower, and lotus flower came Lord Brahma, the first living being. So all of these different incarnations of the Supreme Lord, they are unborn. With our own senses, limited senses, sometimes they will take birth as well. It's like Lord Krishna. He has a father and mother, Yasoda and Nanda Maharaj, or Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jagannath Mishra and Sachimata. But Hiranyakashipu, who is the father of Lord Nrsimhadev? No, no one. We've never heard. Even though he came from a pillar, which means also that one will say that the pillar is the source. He's not the source. They don't have any source. That's why they're God. If God has a father, that means he is not God. But for Leela, like Lord Ramachandra, he has a father and mother. Or yes, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya Prabhu, they may have father and mother, but for Leela only. But ultimately, they don't have father. Mahavishnu doesn't have a father. Even though it says that the Purusha avatars, they all came from the second quadruple expansion of Sankarshan. And the first quadruple expansion, the source of the different Narayan expansions, 24 of them in Vaikuntha. So Varahadev may have came from the nostrils of Lord Brahma, but then Varaha, he doesn't have a source, unborn. That's why Mother Cow, she was so afraid to be killed, to be harmed by King Prithu, that she took the form of a cow. Now, being a cow, it says one should protect the women, the young ones, the children, the elderly, and the cow. Especially in India, you can see a cow in the middle of the street, and the car will wait until the cow will move. If the cow is not going to move, the car will find ways how to go around, but will not take the risk to harm the cow. Isn't it? So King Prithu was ready to harm, and was ready to kill Mother Earth. Oh yes, mother. She's a female, she's a mother, and then she took the form of the cow. So how can you harm her? It's not possible. So she started to pray to King Prithu to spare her life. My dear Lord, you are always unborn. That's true. Krishna doesn't have a source. Or all of these incarnations of the Supreme Lord, they're all unborn. Even Queen Kunti. Let's read Queen Kunti's prayers. From the first canto, chapter 8, text 32. First canto, chapter 8, text 32. Kechid ahur ajam jatam punya slokasya kirtaye yado priyasyam babhaye malayasyeva chandanam. Text 32. Yes. Some say The unborn has taken birth for the glorification of the great pious king. And others say that you took birth to please King Yadu, one of your dearest devotees. You appeared in his family as sandalwood appears in the Malaya hills. So, the appearance of the Supreme Lord in the material world is bewildering. It's bewildering because Krishna is God even from birth. It's not that one will become God or can become God at any time. There's no way that we can become God. We'll always be the Supreme Lord's servants. And the Supreme Lord's, his appearance is also very difficult to understand. When Lord Krishna appeared, he appeared as a full-grown human being, not with 2 arms, but 4 arms, full with regalia. He's dressed in yellow silken cloth with a helmet, seemingly in the form of Lord Vishnu, but no, that's not Lord Vishnu who took birth. That was Lord Krishna himself, but 4-arm form. But then, immediately, he changed his form into 2-arm form because he doesn't want to frighten Devaki and Vasudeva. And to protect Vasudeva and Devaki, he asked Vasudeva to transfer him immediately to Gokul. So in the Bhagavad Gita, it says here, part of the purport, that he has taken birth in the material world, although he is the Lord of all creations, and he is unborn. Janma karma chami divyam evam yo biti tatpata chakva deham punar janma na eti mam eti so Arjuna. We should try to realize and understand the nature of the Supreme Lord's appearance to be Divyam, Janma, Karma, Chami Divyam, and his activities. And this is the truth. Chakva deham punar janma. And anyone who understands this truth of the Supreme Lord's appearance and activities to be divine, then one does not have to take birth again in this material world. Unlike us, who take birth in the material world due to our desire to enjoy separate from the Supreme Lord. And we keep taking birth again and again and again due to our desires, again, to lord it over to the material energy. And whatever we are thinking of at the time of death, that we will attain. Yam yam bhapi smaran bhavam cha jante ante kalevaram. So the conditioned soul's desire to enjoy keeps him from returning again and again in this material world. Unlike the Supreme Lord, when he comes, it is not because of his past reactions to enjoy, of course. This is the nature of the Lord, always is enjoying, but his enjoyment is not the same as our enjoying. Our enjoying, according to Srila Prabhupada, is part of our suffering. Our enjoying is part of our suffering. It's not really enjoyment because we are in illusion. We think that we are enjoying, but actually we are suffering. It's like the highest form of enjoyment in the material world is that relationship between men and women. But that enjoyment actually produces more miseries and sufferings. Few moments of enjoyment, so-called enjoyment, will yield many lifetimes of sufferings. That is the conditioned souls. But the Supreme Lord, when He comes to give pleasure to His devotees and to attract the conditioned souls to go back home, back to Godhead. This is the difference. The Supreme Lord comes again and again to protect His devotees, to kill the demons, or to reestablish the principles of religion, according to Bhagavad Gita. But mainly according to the Shastra, the Supreme Lord comes to perform His Leela with His associates, eternal associates, so that the conditioned souls will become attracted. The Supreme Lord, He doesn't take birth. He is unborn to establish Himself, to establish the truth. It says here. The mission of the appearance of the unborn is to glorify His devotees. This is how merciful the Supreme Lord. He makes His devotees to be greater than Him. It's like in the Bhagavad Gita. Who is glorified in the Bhagavad Gita? Arjuna. How about in Ramayana? Who is glorified in Ramayana? Hanumanji. If there is no Hanuman, there is no Ramayana. If there is no Arjuna, there is no Bhagavad Gita. Yeah? If there are no Pandavas, there is no Mahabharata. So He came ultimately to glorify His devotees. It's like Mother Yasoda. And Nanda Maharaj, he came, he appeared, he performed his pastimes in Braj to glorify his devotees, especially Srimati Radharani. So, we go back to the text now. Let me see. So he is a supreme bore, and he rescued the earth. Again, this is pastimes of the Supreme Lord. With his tusk, the boar has this tusk to save the planet Earth, to put back in its orbit, at the same time to fight with Hiranyaksha, to kill Hiranyaksha, to fulfill that curse that this Jai and Vijay will take birth 3 times as demons. But then when Jai and Vijay heard that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will appear in Kali Yuga, so they extended their stay 4th time as Jagai and Madai. So these Jagai and Madai, they're also none different than Jai and Vijay. Knowingly that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will come, so let us wait one more yuga so that we'll have darshan of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the most merciful incarnation of the Supreme Lord, to save the conditioned souls, to prove that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's purpose is to serve, to save the conditioned souls. They were the best example shown in the Shastra. So, yes, the Asura Hiranyaksha had dislocated the earth from its orbit and thrown it beneath the waters of the Garbhodak ocean. Then the Lord, in the shape of the original boar, rescued the earth. When this fight was going on, all the demigods, they were all watching. Even 5,000 years ago, the demigods will come and watch how Lord Krishna performed his pastimes, how Lord Krishna will kill 2 or 3 demons every day before tiffin time. According to the acharyas, Lord Krishna will kill 2 or 3 demons every day. And Lord Krishna performed his pastimes in Vrindavan for almost 11 years. So starting from Putana and up to the time when he left Vrindavan to go to Mathura, he must have killed around 11,000 demons. Now, if we will read all of these pastimes of the Supreme Lord, killing the demons, it'll take us many lifetimes to read and study all of these demons. But in the Srimad Bhagavatam, around 22 or 21 demons it was mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And according to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, these different demons, they represent different anarthas, different unwanted desires, different enemies that is within our heart. It's amazing here how Prabhupada, let us see again that translation. Antakarana, mind and heart together. Through your own energy, you created all the physical elements, the senses, and the heart for the maintenance of the world. So this mind and heart are, both of them are synonymous. If you have a pure heart, that means you have a very peaceful mind. If we have a disturbed mind, that means our heart is impure. So many material desires. Heart and mind is the same. Now this mind you cannot see. Where is the mind in this body? Is it here? Is it here? Where is it? How about the heart? Can you see your heart? No, it's not the heart that's pumping the blood. The soul has a heart. Within the heart of the soul, the Paramatma resides. Just imagine how small is the Paramatma. The soul is 1/10,000, the tip of the hair. Now within the heart of the soul, Paramatma resides. A Paramatma is smaller than the smallest. But according to Srimad Bhagavatam also, the size of the Paramatma is like from this tip of your thumb to this, from here to this. Maybe others, they have a bigger thumb. So maybe Paramatma is bigger. You have a bigger Paramatma than mine. Nope, not now. So that is the size of the Paramatma, who knows past, present, and future. who is guiding us, who is within our heart. He knows even before we think he knows already. And he's always telling us the proper way, what to do and what not to do. And because we have this minute independence given by the Supreme Lord, we can choose, we can make our own decision. But if we misuse that minute independence, then we are liable to be responsible and receive due reaction. If the senses are fully under control, then the mind becomes peaceful. When the mind becomes peaceful, the super soul is already rich. The spiritual master is the external manifestation of the Paramatma. So whatever the spiritual master says, we should consider that to be instructions coming from the Paramatma. Okay, let's read that verse again. Yes. Through your own energy, you created all the physical elements, the senses, and the heart for the maintenance of the world. So, this is the glorification of Mother Cow. There's 7 mothers. Mother Cow is one of them. Mother Earth, Mother Cow, our own mother, the wife of the king, the wife of the spiritual master, our nurse, the one who took care of us also. She is our mother. Our own mother. So that's why Mother Cow, she is very, very, she should be protected because she is the emblem also of religion or Dharma. Okay, so we stop here. Then the Lord, in the shape of the original boar, rescued the earth. So, Mother Cow, she understood that King Prithu is an incarnation of the Supreme Lord. That he is also representing the Supreme Lord himself and comparing that you saved Mother Earth, so why can't you also save me? You should also have compassion. You should spare me. Please do not kill me. Hare Krishna. So we stop here. Any question or comments? Anything you need to clarify? Yes, Prabhuji.
Krishna, thank you for the wonderful class. You said that Paramatma is staying in the heart of his soul.
Yes. He's within and he's out. He is everywhere. Every nook and corner of the entire creation. This is Krishna's feature as Paramatma.
Soul is there in the heart, and in the heart of the soul, the Paramatma is there.
Yes. And outside. That's why he's Paramatma. The Paramatma of the universe, again, is Paramatma. Yes, but he's also inside our heart. That's why he knows. He sees everything, even the dark. There's no light, he can still see. We cannot hide anything. You may say, oh no, I'm gonna turn off the light so no one can see me. But Paramatma can still see you because He's there within you and outside also. This is Paramatma. Mm-mm. Yes. Don't turn it off. Keep it always on.
Thank you, Maharaj, for the lecture. My question is, Maharaj, as Mother knew that Raja Bay was crucial. And at the time,
Mother Earth knew
the Raja Bay was crucial.
that what?
Cruel.
Huh?
Raja Bay was cruel.
Mother Earth knew that King Vin was cruel.
Oh yes. King Vina.
Yes. Instead of producing the food grains and herbs, for the survival, so Mother Earth would have stopped, in the era of Raja Vena, instead of Raja Vishnu, because Raja Vishnu was the incarnation of God that Mother Earth gave. So why?
Ultimately, she will give. She will produce.
This Leela would have done in the era of Raja Vena instead of Raja Prithvi. Because Prithvi is the Lord's himself.
She already knew that rain is cruel.
Yeah.
So why did she stop producing his rain? Why she stopped producing Prithvi's rain?
No, because she was about to. She was about to. It is not that immediately you plant a seed. Does it immediately it grows like a coconut? It takes 10 years to have fruit, coconut fruit. Does it take one day? So, when you plant a seed, is it the next day you have mangoes? No, it takes time. Eventually, she will give in abundance. During King Prithu's time, everything becomes so much in abundance. This is only after immediate. This is the immediate effect. It says that during King Prithu's time, if one does not want to die, you will not die. Of the monarchs, I am King Prithu. It says in the Bhagavad Gita. He's the ideal. So eventually, this is also to glorify King Prithu, so that his greatness will be amplified. Even the Brahmanas, they were glorifying King Prithu, even though King Prithu has not reigned. His rule is not made yet. They were glorifying King Prithu, the things that he accomplished or he will accomplish. And King Prithu says, why are you glorifying me like this? I have not done anything yet. So later on, Mother Earth will provide in abundance so much more. So, seems to be that, oh yes, immediately I should produce everything. No, it will not happen like that. See here, she's glorifying now King Prithu. So this gives her an opportunity to glorify and worship King Prithu. You may see it in a negative way. Why? Oh, she should have produced, she should have done. No. Do you understand? Huh? Okay. Yes?
Thank you very much for the very nice association. So my question is, you said that peaceful mind means pure heart.
Yes.
And disturbed mind means impure heart.
Yes.
If you kindly share a couple of tips to intensify the process of purifying our heart.
if you are not disturbed, if you are not troubled by the modes of material nature, it's not so easy not to be disturbed by the dualities of this world, to be detached. Look at our Guru Maharaj, how detached he was. But he is also concerned. He's not affected. He's always having a cool head. A devotee is supposed to have a cool head. That's why we're shaved. No, there was this one lady, she was asking Prabhupada, how come you shave your head? Was that? And Prabhupada said, it's better to have cool head than bare legs or something. And she was wearing a very, very short dress. We're supposed to be cool-headed. Not you're just like you're easily irritated. We should be very tolerant. If you have a pure heart, that means you'll be able to share Krishna genuinely. Our Guru Maharaj, it doesn't matter. I traveled with him for so many years, but I never seen him so much disturbed. Of course, he'll be disturbed if we're not following properly. He's not disturbed because of the trouble that he's having inside. He's disturbed in such a way that why can't we become Krishna conscious as soon as possible? He will solve so many problems, so many issues, and for those devotees who are involved, like say in some issues or problems, they'll be pacified by our Guru Maharaj. Well, temporarily. But then I remember, if we go to a temple and there's some commotions in the temple, there's some fighting. Usually the problem in a temple is interpersonal relationship. This is usually the problems that I observe wherever we go. So he will patch up both sides. Just like what's happening right now. I'm not going to say which place, which became viral. Hare Krishna. It's in the media right now, practically all over India. When Guru Maharaj was here, it was the same problem. There was peace, there was a truce between both sides. But then it erupted again in such a way that there was some violence. Why? Why did this happen? If they only continued the advice and the way our Guru Maharaj sorted things out, there'll be no fight. So, but because we have so much ulterior motive, we have personal agenda within our heart, we cannot be peaceful. If our agenda is only according to Lord Krishna's desire, If our desire is only according to the desire of the spiritual master, who is again the representative of the Paramatma, then we'll be peaceful. Our mind will be so peaceful that we'll be able to execute Krishna consciousness in harmony with everyone. That's why this is happening. I'm not going to mention where is that place, but I'm sure you know where is that place. Huh? So much disturbance created due to one's personal agenda. So definitely they don't have a peace of mind because their heart is not pure. That's why if we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra purely, that solves all the problem. If we chant attentively, follow the instructions of Srila Prabhupada and our spiritual master, then there is no disturbance. Our heart will become pure. Do you understand? Our heart is supposed to be pure. What is the difference between us and the non-devotees? We're chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and we are still disturbed. So what is the difference? They don't chant Hare Krishna, they are disturbed. We are chanting Hare Krishna and we're also disturbed. Why? Because we have this desire, which is not according to the desire of Lord Krishna and his pure devotee. Then we cannot be peaceful. It's not possible. It's supposed to be joyfully performed. Susukam kartaham avyayam. This process is supposed to be joyfully performed. So why is it not joyfully performed? Because it is our application. There's nothing wrong with the process. The problem is our application, our interpretation of the application of the process. How our movement will go on for the next 10,000 years if we're not able to follow the process properly. What's going to happen for the next 10,000 years will depend right now how we're doing it, how we are showing for the next generations how things should work. Yes, Rukmini Prabhu? If we're not going to make it, how do we expect the next generations to be peaceful, to be happy? I don't think it's going to happen. So we better do it right this moment. And our Guru Maharaj set an example. We just have to follow in his footsteps. He did everything cool-headed wise. He doesn't take sides. He did not take sides. He wants to have everyone to work together. peacefully, amicably, friendly. If Krishna is the center, if Srila Prabhupada is the center, then there'll be no problem. Everyone will be happy. Everyone will perform this perfectly. We hope so. There's still time to do it. There you go, confirmed. Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. There's still time. We should be optimistic. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Everything will be solved, but it depends from the top to the bottom and everything in between. Okay?
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Actually, I wanted to ask a second question also.
Yes?
To glorify Guru Maharaj. This question said to thank you so much for glorifying Guru Maharaj for sharing how he would stand friends. But you find it out, it's a very beautiful message which also came out
Okay?
in this context. So this devotee says that we are missing Maharaj. He is a sadhu fire extinguisher. Let us meditate on Guru Maharaj and get some strength and intelligence to deal with issues. No one can substitute him, even Guru Prasad Maharaj said this. But definitely deliberation on what Maharaj should have done in such situations is going to show some light. He personally told this devotee, saying many times that increase the content of Krishna consciousness in your life and encourage Krishna consciousness in others as much as possible. When situations are political, Maharaj advised me just to be humble and tolerate and be Krishna conscious. The formula given by Maharaj worked. At the same time, Maharaj was a fighter for justice. He went out of his ways to protect many devotees. He stood rock solid with all parties in conflict and made everyone feel secure.
Prabhu, this statement is good at this very moment, and it'll be good for the next 10,000 years. Whatever Guru Maharaj says in his last 10 instructions, this is beneficial for all the devotees of ISKCON, not just in India, all over the world. It doesn't matter even if they are not disciples of our Guru Maharaj, if they follow this, be tolerant, be Krishna conscious, be forgiving, be compassionate. All of these qualities we have to develop. We can only develop this if we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra purely, attentively, no selfish desire, no personal agenda. Give this one life to Srila Prabhupada, to Krishna. But it's very difficult. Rukmini, Krishna Prabhu, you have any comments? Give the microphone to him.
Thank you very much for sharing the insights. Very nicely pointed out that God is every 1,000 years. See that time. Presently we have to come down. Only in the future.
Yeah. The future is now. And now is the future. We have to learn from what's going on right now, not to repeat the same mistakes again. If we can understand that, then we'll make progress. We'll move on to higher level of Krishna consciousness. This is a very big test. What's going on right now? This is like a small sample, Prabhuji. As Prabhupada says, no one can destroy our movement. From outside? No. It is from inside. Our own mind, our own speculation. Nothing can destroy this. This is a spiritual movement. How can material things destroy a spiritual movement? No. It's only within. But we'll go through this. This is a big test. And this doesn't happen anywhere in the world, only in India. We are the best example of everything. The best and the worst. It's not really the worst yet. No. Oh. It could have been really bad. Really bad. But it was prevented. Okay? Thank you very much. Lord Varaha ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. Nitai Ghosh Itanath Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hari Om Tat Sat. Jabad. Hari Hari.
Hare Krishna, Krishna.